Hi, this is Edward Villella. I've been doing a podcast, uh, oh, almost 2 years now, and we're about to shoot our 20th. And I think that's a unique circumstance, certainly for me. But within all of this, I've had such a good time just playing. And that's what I do. Obviously, I'm a retired old gentleman. I was a ballet dancer for 19 years at the New York City Ballet. I worked for George Balanchine, Jerome Robbins. I was prominent. Always got me a good seat in a restaurant. So I love doing it, and I love to continue to do it. And I got a great pal who does all of this for me. I'm perusing a book, a ballet book. It's called Repertory in Review by Nancy Reynolds, former dancer, excellent writer. And there's a ballet called Watermill. Now, this is by Jerome Robbins. Watermill is a place, was a place. He had a summer home. This is a work. That's the reason why I have this book. Watermill, that ballet with no dancing in it, was another substantial work by Mr. Robbins. And it's a work with longevity. It's a work with complexity. It's confusing, very abstract. So that's why I would like some help with this. And it is the work of music. It is to music, using primarily Oriental elements, and with a distinctly Eastern feeling, although it is not, according to the program notes, to be construed as Oriental. The most significant dance event in Brigadoon is at the end of Act 2. Act 1. And it's a sword dance. And there are all kinds of mystical circumstances. If you touch the swords, you will die in battle, and all of these kinds of circumstances. So the main focus of my participation was the sword dance. And then following the sword dance is the second act. And that's where, after I lose my lady, I can't go to the university, and I flee. So now there's a big chase for me. And of course, I opened the second act with the highest jump I have.
And everybody goes, whoa! And that put everything into different circumstance. And it certainly put the situation of bowing in serious complication when you've got these major film stars who are going to bow after me. And it got very complicated. and it essentially embarrassed me, but there was nothing else I could do. And, quite frankly, I had earned it. And it's not me who decided it. It was over 2,000 people who made the decision every time I danced. So I was not going to cut my wrists. It's not the way I live. And it was difficult. The thing about choreography, and if you wish to participate in that world of choreography, it's like anything else. It's called talent. And there are certain people, of course, George Ballets, he was a natural choreographer, but it was something that he did better than he did as a dancer. For me, it was very, very different. I was a pretty good technician, and also the other part of it is that there aren't that many male ballet dancers as there are female ballet dancers. So you're sort of attracted immediately to the idea of presenting yourself as a dancer. And I had something special. As a dancer, I could jump. So that was the thing that moved me quicker. Whenever talking about Ballets, we can talk about how he changed his world, his field, the approach. And for that, we can suggest that he was fascinated with music. He loved to reflect music. He loved to show us music. However, he knew he had to sell his ballets. So Nutcracker was something, of course, which the world does. So he did his Nutcracker. Beautiful, probably the best rendition of Nutcracker we will ever see. However, as time went by, he began to play with this idea of a full evening work. And he came up with this thought and idea that he would do a work that included 3 ballets in a package. And he called it Jewels. Okay, Jewels. So what he did was he provided us with an insight into French romanticism. He gave us an insight into American neoclassicism, and of course into Russian, and his sense of what he felt about Russian music style. So that was two. Then he decided he would do a Midsummer Night's Dream. And A Midsummer Night's Dream was not really part of my education. I went to a military college, so I didn't study that and knew nearly nothing about it. Hi, this is Edward Villella. I hope you like my podcast and subscribe.